After the success of the second Conjuring film, the third film, The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, is finally close to being released. It was originally scheduled for release back in September of 2020, but due to the pandemic, the filming and release got delayed. And just recently, we got our first sneak peek at what's in store for this film through the trailer. And let me tell you, it is filled with Easter eggs. From references to iconic horror films such as The Exorcist and Seven, to references to real-life serial killers. Let's talk about this and more only in today's video. Top 5 Easter eggs you missed in The Conjuring 3. Hey everyone, what's up? What's going on? My name is Lindsay Ivan and I'm your host for today's video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss out on a spooky video. With that being said, let's get on with the video. Starting off this countdown, we have The Exorcist. First, let's talk about what the film is going to be about. This film is about the trial of Arne Cheyenne Johnson, the very first trial in which demonic possession was used as a defense. In 1981, Johnson fatally stabbed his landlord Alan Bono to death. He claims that he was possessed and had no intention on doing it. It was the demon inside of him that took Alan's life. And Ed and Lorraine Warren were actually part of this case. During an interview, it was revealed that since the movie involves exorcism, they decided to throw in a couple of references to the film The Exorcist. Take a look at this frame right here. We see a man in a suit wearing a fedora and carrying a briefcase. He is seen approaching a big house. Now take a look at the movie poster for The Exorcist, and you can tell that's where they drew inspiration from. Now in The Exorcist, that is the priest arriving at the possessed girl's home. In The Conjuring, we don't know who this character is, since it's just the back of his head. But since it's reference to The Exorcist, then maybe it's a priest called to help with the exorcism of David Glatzel in the film. Guess we'll just have to wait and see. But I just love when movies give homage to other movies. In our fourth spot, we have the posters. In the trailer, there's one scene where we see Lorraine Warren in a police station talking to one of the detectives. Right behind her, out of focus, we can see a couple of wanted posters. A fan was quickly to point out that these posters are of real-life killers from that time. So the movie is set in 1981 Connecticut. They believe that the poster on the right is for the Connecticut River Valley Killer. This is an unidentified serial killer that operated in the 1980s. The killer is responsible for the death of multiple women in the area. So the image behind Lorraine looks like the police sketch of that killer. Now the poster on the left looks like Michael Bruce Ross. He was responsible for the death of 8 individuals in Connecticut and New York. Now it is hard to tell since the images are out of focus, but it might possibly be reference to those killers or others that were in operation during the same time as Johnson's trial. In our third spot, we have The Bride. The Conjuring is known for its reference to other movies in the Conjuring universe. In the trailer, there is a very quick reference to the film Annabelle Comes Home. In the trailer, we see Ed and Lorraine Warren head down to a cellar. There, Lorraine is taking a photograph, and to the left of her, you can see this ghostly white figure. Some have pointed out that this could be the White Bride, aka the antagonist in Annabelle Comes Home. In that film, she is a spirit that possesses a wedding dress. She has complete control over any of the brides that wear this dress. She then can control the brides to kill their grooms. In that film, babysitter Mary Ellen frees Annabelle, and the bride and other spirits get released as well. Now, at the end of the film, the Warrens managed to lock the dress back up. But did they really? If this really is the bride, does that mean the spirit is free again and out to kill? Coming in at number 2, we have the actors. So in the film Annabelle Comes Home, we see Judy Warren, who plays the daughter of Ed and Lorraine Warren. The young actress that plays her is McKenna Grace, who you may all know from The Haunting of Hill House. She plays young Theo. In Annabelle Creation, we see another young cast member from Haunting of Hill House. Lulu Wilson, who plays young Shirley in Hill House, plays the role of Linda in the Annabelle Creation. And now, guess who's starring in The Conjuring 3? Julian Hilliard, aka the boy who played young Luke in Hill House. Julian is playing the role of David Glatzel. David was apparently the host to the demon that eventually took control over Arne Johnson. All we need now are the actors that played young Stephen and young Nell, and we have all the young kids from Hill House in the Conjuring universe, which is cool. And all of them are super talented for their age. And in our number one spot, we have Seven. In several interviews, film director Michael Chaves admitted The Conjuring 3 will have some references to the movie Seven. He said, and I quote, "One of the things that James Wan and I connected on while making The Curse of La Llorona was sharing a lot of the same favorite movies, and one of them is Seven. We both love that movie, and so when he came to me with the script for The Conjuring 3, he basically was like, it's Seven, but in the Conjuring universe." It's gonna be interesting. Like, what did he mean by that? I mean, both movies have completely different storylines. One thing that he might have been referring to is the visuals. If you take a look at some of the scenes in the trailer, it visually looks similar to the movie Seven. Take the scene in the woods, for example, featuring the detective and Ed and Lorraine Warren. The two male characters are dressed just like the two detectives in Seven, meaning that Vera Farmiga's character is Tracy Mills, Patrick Wilson's character is David Mills, aka Brad Pitt, and the detective is meant to be Detective Somerset, aka Morgan Freeman's character. This is probably one of the many references to Seven. Alright guys, that's all for today's video. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited to watch The Conjuring 3. And speaking of comments, let's move on to our comment shoutout portion. I'll be shouting out comments from the video, Top 5 Horror Movie Plot Twists Nobody Saw Coming. Sean Cetrino Rodriguez commented, "I'm still damaged after watching Would You Rather. I'll never get over it." Same. That was just... it's too much. It's too much. It's like, you're all like, okay, finally, she won for her brother. Oh, wait. All that for nothing. It really took a toll on me. Gerald Macklin II commented, "She should have added Get Out, Hereditary, US, and Midsommar on this list. All these movies had twisted endings no one saw coming." I agree. Maybe I can do a part 2 and add those all on the list. Hereditary? Don't get me started. That movie messed me up. I don't even want to talk about it. Let's just move on. Julio Rivera commented, "Love The Invisible Guest. Have seen it about 3 times and recommend it to so many." Thank you. It is so good. I've watched it. I probably watched it 3 times now. It is so good. I can't get over it. Alright guys, that's all the comments I'm showing out for today's video. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Top 5 for more spooky videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and stay spooky, YouTube.